Call this beat Will Smith, cause it slaps hard. Hear it not when I pull up on your boulevard.
This guy asked, how am I supposed to ask my friend's girlfriend if she can hook me up with one of her friends so I can have a girlfriend? How do I ask that? And my answer to that is that's not how that works, because it's not like it is in the movies where it's like, your friend's girlfriend introduced you to another girl and all of a sudden it's just like, oh, since we both know each other now, we're now boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't care if it's high school, college, adult world. Process is generally the same, which is like you're going to want to meet a girl, have a conversation with her, take her out, or in this case, if it's meeting through a friend, the very easy thing to do is just to say, hey, to your friend, hey, can your girlfriend has a friend I think's really hot. Can you plan something where we all have to be there together, like plan a movie outing or plan a dinner outing or plan like putt golf outing or whatever. We can all just kind of just hang out and have fun. And you make it a very low pressure event, because the reality is you're coming to this already having the hots for this chick, and this chick has no idea that you like her and no idea that you're thinking about her in that way. And for you to go from she doesn't know you to like, hey, we should date, and what? Like, it's gonna be too fast. And dudes make the mistake of like moving too fast. That doesn't mean you don't make any moves, but it means you don't go from you don't know this chick to I'm gonna express a full like for you. But you can express interest. You can say, hey, so your friend seems cool. My friend blah blah blah. What about us? We should hang out sometime. You start doing those kind of things where you're setting up things to take her out and learn more about her. You should always treat dating women like a research project. Even if you have like a high-end crush, the reality is you do not know this girl enough to have a full-on like for her. So treat every woman you meet like it is a thing to be researched. Oh, you have the tingles for a woman? Great. It just means you now need to do more research on her before you have full-on feelings, because you could be seeing her from afar and she like look all great and smell all great. And you get on a date, she has a weird voice. She has odd habits that you're not into. She's a devil worshiper. She's like, doing all these things that you're not into. She has a different political or religious view than you. And then you're like, oh, so I just liked her because she was hot, but like, we don't actually have enough in common for me to want to make this be a thing. And you don't know that until you take her out a few times and start asking these questions, start having those conversations. So don't put all this pressure on yourself to have to meet this girl and then try to make it a relationship. But you can say, hey, friend, ask your girlfriend. Let's all hang out and just get some vibes going and see what's what. And then just take it from there. And again, like I tell guys on the show all the time, it takes a woman 2 to 3 months to solidify her feelings. Don't assume if she says yes to a date that she's all in on trying to be your girlfriend. Take it 2 to 3 months. Let her be the one to bring up the "so what are we" question, because you have a better chance of that lasting if she's asking it versus you. This person asked the question. He said, I just started dating this girl a month ago, and she recently left to another state for a couple of months for work. We agreed to stay in contact, but I'm wondering, how should I approach the situation? Now, let's get into some A game, right? So here's why this is a tricky situation. Because on one hand, you've had a good month together. Clearly, you've been building interest. And so there's always this feeling that if at any time during the course of those first 3 months of dating, if she goes away, whether it's family stuff, vacation stuff, work stuff, right? That one, she's going to lose interest. But number two, if while she's gone, you contact her too much, she could also lose interest, right? So what's a fella to do? Well, here's the thing. What I suggest is this, is that here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to make it a thing where you're forcing her to have communication with you. Because a lot of guys will be like they date her for a month and then she's going to go away. And the guy will be like, well, hey, while you're gone, you should like contact me every day and like, text me every day and stuff and like, do a FaceTime and stuff. Because you're putting that on her because you're thinking, A, you're assuming she already wants to do that, but also you're like, you don't want her to forget about you. And so you're thinking the best way to do that is to tell her up front, hey, we should contact each other all the time, because you're thinking that's what she wants to hear. And I'm here to tell you that's not what they want to hear. Because even if let's say you don't get that, right? And they end up contacting you every single day. Well, at that point, it's her choice. So she's now choosing to contact you without your influence. And that's what we want. Because if you say to her, hey, contact me every day, now you're putting requests on her that if you were her boyfriend already, you could totally put on her. But that's going to now make her feel like you're already locking her down. And as I tell you guys all the time, if she has not gotten there, if she's not come to you explicitly and said, hey, so what are we? Can we be in a relationship? Then you cannot be putting boyfriend requests onto a girl that you're just dating. And so as much as you want to contact her, as much as you want her to reach out to you, the best thing you can do in the situation is say, hey, you're going to be gone for a month. I'm going to miss you immensely. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to each other. If you have time to reach out to me, that's great. If you're totally busy with stuff at work or doing things on the trip, you know what? I totally understand. And I'll see you when you get back. And that makes her feel no pressure. That makes her feel like you're not going to flip out if she happens to miss a day where you don't contact her. And now she's going to be like, that guy, he doesn't seem threatened by me going away, and he's not trying to say I have to contact him. That's so awesome. But now I want to contact him. Now I want to see what he's up to. Why did he not pressure me so much? Does he have other girls in the picture that maybe he's going to be seeing while I'm gone? Well, I don't want that to happen. So you know what? Now I'm going to make it my mission to contact him all the time. And so this is why I tell you guys, you're going to get more of what you want if you don't pressure women to do the things you want them to do. Because you got to give women the free will to choose you. And you're going to find that when you give them that free will, most women don't experience that. Most women experience guys trying to be in their inbox all the time, text them all the time, ask for contact all the time. When you're not the guy to do that, it makes it her choice to now be that person for you. All right. So that's the trick, is that she's going away. Say, hey, I'm going to miss you when you're gone. Go do your work thing. If you happen to have time during the course of your thing to contact me, that's great. But if you don't, I understand. And I'll see you when you get back. That's all you got to do. If she's built a high enough interest in you, trust me, the text and the phone calls and the FaceTimes are coming. All right. I get a lot of texting questions. I have a book at my website called the Texting Commandment, Texting Like a Boss. It's 21 Texting Commandments, and it is designed to help you guys that struggle with texting. Because on here I say, obviously you want to text for dates, but there's other things in that book that I go over that can really help you guys get out of this anxiousness and nervousness you feel about, should I text, should I not text, etc. So you can check that out at the website, click on the products tab. But anyway, so this person asked the question. He says, I'm so glad I stumbled across whatever clip this was. I'm in this situation currently. She's super chatty in person when I see her on the weekends, but I barely hear from her during the week via text. But when she does reply, she says she's keen to hang out next weekend, etc. For context, she hardly ever gets back to her family as well, who I am good friends with. Is the lack of during the week contact a good or bad thing in this context? Well, I don't know how long you've known this person, doesn't say here specifically, but I'm going to lean towards no. I think ultimately, realistically, we have busy lives and jobs and stuff going on. And so I'll say this, a woman that is contacting you during the week, totally great. Definitely a positive sign of high interest, but also recognize that I stress to you guys, the in-person communication is more important of a read to get than the texting. So if she's not texting you during the week, but on the weekends, you're meeting up with her, she's kissing you, she's hugging you, she's doing you, she's cooking meals for you, she's suggesting dates, she's hugging all over you, she's talking about how great of a guy you are, go with that. Because some people aren't texters. When I'm in relationships, I have to be told, hey, text me more. Because I'm really just like, I'll see you in person and love up on you and care up on you. And I don't need to text nobody to care about them. But some people need that. And so that could be a conversation at some point. But if you guys aren't, it's important. If you guys aren't boyfriend or girlfriend yet, then don't have that conversation. Wait until she's getting to that what are we situation, so where you can negotiate. Hey, so like for boyfriend or girlfriend, like, am I going to hear from you at least like once a week? Like that'd be kind of nice thing. Like, you can negotiate those terms as part of you being in an official relationship. But I would not take her lack of texting as a negative read if she's doing all the other things right when she's meeting up with you on the weekend.
You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high-earning, high-value, high-class man. You a high-earning, high-value, high-class man. You a high-earning, high-value, high-class man. You a high-class man. You a high-class man. You a high